Next up, we have the most bandwagon team in the entire sport, overtaking the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
The Kansas City Swifties, I mean Chiefs.
Oh, you could argue the Steelers too.
Nah.
Listen, up in the capital region where I am, there's a large contingency of Steelers fans.
That I believe. That I can
Steelers
absolutely
fans travel very, very, very well.
Raider Nation also travels, I found out, very well.
Well, the thing is, I think Steeler fans travel better than Raider fans, because I remember watching a Raiders-Steelers game at one point, and Pat Freiermuth made a catch, and you could hear really loud "Muth." So it's like, yeah, I think Steeler fans are like I think you look at the top 5 traveling fan bases in the NFL.
Yeah.
Packers, Niners, sadly, Steelers, Raiders, Cowboys. Any particular order. Those are like the top.
Can we all agree here that Kansas City is probably going to finish with a top 2 seed in the AFC?
Yes.
The Chiefs, I have them, sadly, again in the Super Bowl, but I have them losing the Super Bowl.
Fuck.
To whom?
I don't know who can shut them down. We looked last season for every single excuse possible to shut them down, and they just didn't die.
Here's
when you have a team like that just doesn't go away, you can look for any excuse no matter what. Like, Mahomes isn't playing great. The defense isn't playing great. This guy, like, what's the Canarius Tony? He's not even there anymore, I don't think. He's not making any catch. Like, they lose Tyreek Hill. They still win the Super Bowl the year they lose Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, right. She Rice is heading to jail, and they still got Xavier. They
drafted Xavier Worthy.
They traded with the Buffalo Bills to get Xavier Worthy.
Oh,
there are teams that are capable of stopping them, and the Chiefs have not played those teams.
Here's where I think their weak point is, and this might be crazy, but it's their offensive line.
No, you have a point.
So Jawan Taylor. I like
the hold machine that is Jawan Taylor.
The hold machine, and they have a rookie starting at left tackle.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
That's trouble. That's trouble.
Again, it's the Chiefs. Let's be honest. 14-3 is where I project them to finish. But I think we're going to see a revolution new era in terms of quarterback contracts because of the Mahomes deal. When you think about, they did the smartest thing humanly possible, and they signed him to a 10-year contract.
Yeah, and he can restructure it.
It's like a $500 million deal, right?
He can $500
he restructures
million
every single year.
He can restructure every single stinking year if he can. Yep. He realistically could. Don't believe me? Chris Jones just got signed to $30+ million a year by the Chiefs. Okay? Chris Jones, who we can argue is one of the best defensive linemen in the entire league. Very good argument.
Yep.
They're going to sign Trent McDuffie, their slot corner, to a massive contract next offseason. Travis Kelce's due for a pay. Hopefully not, actually, due for another big payday by the Chiefs. Plus, they signed Hollywood Brown. Their receiving core, with the exception of Rashid Rice, was upgraded. Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy.
Yep.
Bombs away.
Mm-hmm.
Bombs away.
And Xavier Worthy and an Andy Reid offense is going to be
terrifying.
I'm afraid. I'm genuinely afraid to play against. We're not in there.
Wait, we don't play them this year, right?
No, but
we do, right?
Jets don't. Here's their schedule: Week 1, Baltimore. Week 2, Cincinnati. They're both home games.
Hold.
Week 3, Atlanta. Week 4, at the Chargers.
Oh, thank God,
Week
Jack.
5.
We play the AFC East this year. Oh, thank God.
I was gonna say we play the Raiders, so I don't know.
Yeah, you play the Jets. Yeah.
Yeah, we play the Broncos. We play the AFC East this year. Oh, thank God. Okay.
As biased as you might think this sounds, my prediction in the Super Bowl is the Rams beating the Chiefs.
We will, however, in three upcoming shows, after we do the North Divisions, the next 2 episodes, we will gather a concoction of bullshit and stupidity Yes, Ryan, you are invited to this nonsense. We will do a full-on NFL playoff prediction special. So that's going to have so much chaos.
I can't wait to join the nonsense and see which other BSers are going to be included.
Casey,
It doesn't.
it doesn't matter. It
The
doesn't matter
schedule
what you
is-
say. They're still going to fucking do
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
and the AFC West plays the NFC North this year.
Oh,
Or
for
it's the
God's
NFC
sakes.
South, excuse me,
Oh, my
NFC
Lord.
South, which is going to be
NFC
a complete
South, yeah.
crap show.
Actually,
No.
the NFC South might not be as bad as what people think they might be. The Falcons might be better than what we think they are. The Saints.
You know why?
The Saints just.
Kirk Cousins.
No, because Arthur Smith is no longer there.
That
He's
too,
now
that too.
Yeah,
But
Raheem
also-
Morris has built up a huge culture too. They got
and
two
they just-
big signings and trades as
and they
well
just-
too. They got
and they
Johnny
just picked
Smith.
up
They
Mal-
got
and they just picked up Matthew Judon.
yeah, Judon. That's the guy.
The
I
New
couldn't
Orleans
think of.
Saints finished last season with a top 10 offense and top 10 defense. They still missed the playoffs. Tampa Bay is still pretty good. And we might disagree on this one. Carolina's going to get better. It
By
might
one
take them a
win?
little. It might take them a little bit. It might take them a little bit. I have hope in Dave Canales as the new head coach. They're going to get better. But no matter
I just
what we
want them
say,
to see. I want them to see it. I want them to see it. I want to see them get better protection for
Bryce Young.
for their quarterback, for Bryce Young.
We can probably all agree here that the NFL is trying to do anything humanly possible to get the most marketable team in the league for the next 10, 15 years, Kansas City, to win as many Super Bowls as possible until either Reed retires, which will be soon, or Mahomes somehow tears his legs. Which, let's be honest here, by the way they're going, they might break the Packers. They might break the Steelers and Patriots tiebreaker.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of another team that wins that. Like winning a Super Bowl is supposed to be hard, and these guys are doing it at the rate the Patriots were. They're making
Yeah.
him at the rate the Patriots
Yeah,
were.
it's crazy. But we're gonna see all the conspiracy theories of the NFL is like the WWE, where it's like wrestling and booking everything. Like you will see this prediction a lot more. Conspiracy theory come out more and more because you see calls that benefit the Chiefs over and over and over again because the NFL is a marketing machine.
Yep, I saw it myself when the Chiefs played the Jets last year. The Jets had a chance to stop the Chiefs.
We saw it for
Third and 20. Was it third and 23?
Third and 25. I remember that.
Third and 25, and Taylor got away with a massive hold on Jermaine Johnson, and
Yeah.
Mahomes was allowed to run for a first down, and then there was that phantom holding call on
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner
It's
on an interception.
perennial dick sucking.
Yep.
It is the NFL perennial dick sucking of the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw
Into it.
we saw it for 15 to 20 years with the Patriots. We saw it for 10 years with the Cowboys. We saw it with Ryan probably did with the Niners in the 80s.
Until the Giants stopped them in 1991.
It continues to this day with teams like the Lions. Like you saw the Lions get away with that pass interference at the end of the Rams
Okay,
game.
but in
That's a makeup call for what happened with the note.
In Detroit's defense, they've been a perennial dumpster fire for 30 freaking years.
Fair enough, but still, when they got good, they got marketed, and when they got marketed, it was like
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
it
market
also-
machine.
It also makes up for the Nola no call from a couple of years ago too.
Yeah, it also makes up for
well, the Rams won a Super Bowl to make up for that loss
and
anyway.
it's
So.
also James Bradbury should not have been called with that holding call in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. That was not a holding call.
See, that one I find a little bit less on the league and more on the player, because after the game, Bradbury literally said that he was hoping in that moment that the refs wouldn't see it.
Well, they also should have had the right turf on the field for that game.
Yeah,
that
was
whole
used.
field was a disaster.
I know what you're talking about, but when the player openly says, "Oh my God, I was hoping the refs wouldn't see that,"
Yeah,
Then, yeah, it's
good
like-
point. Good point with that. But Kansas City's going to bullshit their way to 14 wins. They're going to bullshit their way to the AFC Championship game. Probably against the Ravens or the Bills or the Bengals.
Or the Jets.
Or the Jets, you never know. They're going to bullshit their way to a third straight Super Bowl appearance, and they're probably going to be the first team to three-peat in the Super Bowl era.